the Sun That Never Sets after we stopped touring, but it was still a residue of it there. This was actually the one where we were just completely clear of that, and we didn't even write the album with the thought of having to perform it live, which was really freed us in a lot of ways. So, you know, some of the songs are questionable whether we could play them live. We haven't really tried, but it definitely, that was when we just kind of, this one is, we just really focused on the ambience and the atmosphere and the vocals, you know.
I had a hook in my back and a light to guide me. My words were useless again. My words were useless again. My words were useless.
You know, we've evolved from, you know, just kind of blasting all the time and trying to be the apocalyptic bulldozer, and then exploring contrast. You know, people joke now about, oh, is it a quiet, loud band? You know, they do the soft dynamic and the big dynamic, and we've done that, and we've had contrast and whatnot. So we're exploring, actually, for us, the challenge is finding all this middle ground, all these areas in the middle, all the psychedelic textures and all the ways to traverse through the broad range of emotions without doing the obvious, you know.
We figured out, you know, 10 years ago that, you know, we could kick people in the face all day long if we wanted to. It's really easy, and I don't know why, but it is. It's just, we can do that. That's our most comfortable spot, without a doubt, and always will be. So taking with the idea of trying to go places where you're not comfortable and become comfortable in them is what's kind of led us to this point, you know.
How much truth can you take for some good in a night? Make your mind too secure.
Something that occurred to us at some point over the last few years was that, you know, it's not so much what's there as much as what's not there, you know, and that, you know, simplicity and addition through subtraction and stuff like that is actually was a big revelation for us, you know. I mean, through Silver and Blood, some of those songs, we've got like 16 tracks of freaking keyboards, you know. And you listen to it, and it's, you know, it creates the effect we were looking for, but at the same time, you don't really hear any one of them that clearly, you know. And I think it added to that the overall impact of those songs, that things that we necessarily in the end didn't really like, you know. I mean, when we reflected back on it, we kind of went, I don't know if we really made that emotion very clear. It was very jumbled and chaotic and not so sharp, you know, not such a clean blade as much as just a axe hack, you know. digging into some of the things that we were digging into with that record, it could take a toll on you, you know, like a kind of a psychic toll, I think. We had to kind of sit there and decide, what are we doing? What are we trying to create with our music? Are we trying to create the darkest thing in the world and just, you know, swim in that, which is really what Through Silver and Blood in a lot of ways was. A lot of it was, you know.
People see bands and oftentimes it's perceived as a performance. And we made a commitment to each other a long time ago that the only honorable thing for us to do for the sake of our music is to physically and psychically embody the spirit and the energy of the music and the sound, and to draw it up straight through us each time we do it. Otherwise it's fake and it's bullshit, and then you're a performer. You might as well be an actor, you know? And that's not what we are. We aren't performers. Letting that music flow through us like that and embodying those energies and those thoughts over and over again is difficult.
Determined to leave a mark, you know, and that when we're gone, that people will be able to look back at what we've done, and it will be there, you know, for eternity. That is absolutely the way we think. And you start to get in this cycle of touring, and you lose perspective of what you were there to do, you know, and you know, we did it. We toured for 10 years, you know, and we played pretty much everywhere. And it was a very valuable experience. But in the end, we sat in our van one day outside of a show and said, you know, what are we doing? Like, why are we here again? We were here already this year, you know, and why, you know, why did we start this band? It wasn't so that we could just tour. It was to create music. That was the sole purpose of this band.
Sun that never sets burns on. New light is this river's dawn. The blood is from the past, not my own. The blood is my strength. I'm not
The music's too sacred to ever do anything half-assed or have to play with some bands you don't like or anything of that nature. It's just not worth it, you know? It's just not worth it. You pour your heart and soul into it, then you should treasure it that way. It's not a business. It's a religion, like Scott said.